Hi guys, and welcome back to another Last Valiant video. So for today's episode, you might kind of feel like it's a bit different since this video is upon request by a comment which I posted last time, and if you haven't seen that, I'll put up a screen right here. So, um, as per that request, he basically asks for my tier list or a tier list of some sort, and I usually don't do this kind of video since I leisurely play for games. I really do like making videos for you guys as well, and I really don't know what am I doing right now, but here we go. So for this episode, I'm going to discuss my research tier list for regular heroes that you can get either on regular summon or purchase via tokens, gold, or like advent items or regular points. So if you're wondering why this is my regular hero list first, don't worry, there's a separate episode that I will create for special heroes like the summer heroes, like so many others. So, but first, a bit of a disclaimer: this tier list is reference from a lot of lists that I've researched and asked a couple of guys, especially the Last Valley community and my guild as well. So, if you want to join the community, put the link of the Discord channel down below. And if you want to join our guild, it's Elfin Lead. So I'll put well the correct spelling of that right down below in the description. So the research items that I have are from free-to-play players. So this is not considering any pay purchase thing that's in the game. So uh, that's about it. Um, all the images you're going to see on this video is not on my own. I've got it from the game itself. I've just screenshot a video that I recorded previously, way back. So for this video. So the ranking for this video, the ranking for the skills that I did was based on the research that I had or the research items that I did along the way. So being that the letter C is the lowest, and the highest would be S or SS. So that's basically it. Okay, guys? So first up are the knights. Siva, the very first knight that I summoned, and I wanted to grow as well. If you're just lucky enough to roll her, and not, but if you're lucky enough to get a higher hero in this list or another, I suggest you try to get Siva's first skill and combine it to your higher tier list on this class. So, next up is Lydia. Lydia, as you can see from her stats, she's not the best for PvP and PvE. A general description for her is that she is a tank healer, but uh, on the research that I did, if her attack is low, her heal is low as well. So keep that in mind when you want to use this hero or you want her as your main. Last for the nights is my is sorry about that is Ashlea. For me, as you may see, her stats are the lowest of all the knights on this list. But if you try to pursue this knight as a part of your team, the data from my research or the research of or the references as well is that I suggest you stack her with HP percent builds and HP substats. So That's all for the knights. Next up is the class that I don't usually use on my main, but um, when I did the research, I can only retrieve two regular types of heroes that you can summon for this class. So first up, it's Venpine. Venpine, as you may have seen, as um, well, she's super good, as you may see her stats. And excuse me for the um, gray images that you're seeing right now. Since that I haven't gotten any venting, as I've said earlier, I really don't particularly like warrior classes. I tend to go to the mage and priest route, so that's about it. But she is, I think the research that I did was Venpine is most likely to be compatible with the assassin Maki. So if you got those two, they're a combo that you may want in your main team. Last one on this list is Lika. For me, even though the Warriors are not good, on my part, not Forte, but Lika, as you may have seen, her stats are really good. And if you want to proceed with this Warrior on your starting main, you can maximize her skill by focusing on critical items and critical stats. Okay? So, next up, the Mage class. For this class, there's a lot of heroes that I researched and with the references as well. So as much as possible, I selected the best according to comparing my research to references as well. So first up is Nefira. Nefira. I really don't know how to pronounce her name. So as you can see from her stats, she is not quite the best for um, anything as well. But for the initial run, you can use her if you want to have a mage in your lineup main. But if you can get a new one, that's good. Okay. Next up is Anila. Her skill is a high level one, so you might want to build her up as much as you can. So, but again, these are all starting tier list heroes. So if you can, or if you have a higher level mage, try to transfer her second skill to another hero. Last one is Arcus. As per the research, this is one of the most, I think, not mage-based hero, since he has a high damage multiplier thing and a speed-based attack. So it's more of I tend to put this guy more on the assassin side of things. So that's it. And I do have one, Arcus. So next up is for the healer class. For this class, I only have one hero. I'm very sorry, guys, for the research for this specialization because some of the heroes under this class category is either below the what you call this, the research tier or the reference tier, and other healers are on the special class video that I'm going to do on the last last what I'm going to do on the next episode, sorry. So for the first and last one of this class is Eve. I'm a bit biased for this hero since she's the first hero that I got healer wise when I started playing Last Valiant. But then again, as per the research, she is a top healer for beginners or those who have a bad luck of rolling a good healer. As per the research, she's a good healer to begin with, though her PvP capabilities falls quite short. So, next up is the Gunners class. These are the classes that I first personally like, but then dropped since I really tend to go for higher tiers, which are on the special special tier video that's coming up after this. So first up is Edith. Edith, sorry. First of all, her normal attack stats is way up, so it's better you have her on your initial team if you're lucky enough. Um, if you want, she's totally easy to acquire if you're having trouble on your summons. She, I think you can buy her at the shop. So that's going to be a great part of your main team if you like a gunner class, that is. So next up is Demi. As you can see, her stats, her normal attack is way up as well, but for the PvP aspect, she is not the best. But the best thing you can do her is to be using her for your Advent or World Boss battles, if you want, that is. Last up is Frank. First of all, this is really the first hero that I attained initially from this game. As per my research, though, his stats are quite balanced, and the data on him says that if you're going to use this hero, he is very hard to build. So the suggested one, or suggested from my references, which says might build him critical wise and more of his knockback capabilities. So that's, I think, around it. So next up are the archers, which recently I've gotten a bit grasp on the class itself since I really don't. As I've said, I tend to go to the mage, the tank, the priests, or the healers. So that's it. First up is Guth. As you can see, his stats for his second skill is super high, and his weapon is high as well. But as per my research or and the references as well, he's much more better to be used as a combined material for his second skill to another hero. But again, it's more of this opinion thing, of my opinion things. That's it. If you want to use this guy, it's your choice as well. Next up is Iris. This hero has a good basic attack, AoE, and days. So for a suggestion build for this hero, um, she you might want to build her attack substat. Okay. So for the last one is Althea. Her stats are balanced, but her skill is kind of not so good. Her suggested build must be that you build her critical stats, but if you have a Vanessa hero or any counter evade team, she will do the best. So if you're tending to go through a an assassin build or an evade team, um, Althea would be the best. And she's easy to acquire as well. I think you can buy her or you can roll her at the summon or the friendship summon. I think I acquired Althea due to a friendship summon. So next up is for the Berserker class. I'm sad to say for this class though, um, after the research I did and after the references for this regular tier, either the hero from this class are uh, getting used for their S rank skills or their stats are low enough to not make a good starting hero. So it all depends on you if you want to use these heroes, but all of the research and the references were pointing that these guys on this regular tier are used for their skills to be moved on to a much capable hero. So to start with Ella, I really don't know. As I've said, this one, as for the research, my research, and all the references, is only used for her skill to combine with another hero. Next and last one is Tana. Is well, to give you a background, I drew Tana after I drew Lulu, and I compared her myself with the research I did, and her skill and her initial stats were way, way low. But if you're pushing through a starting team or starting main, if you really don't have any choice, you can go with Tana. For the last class and not the least is the assassin class. I am not an expert of using this class, honestly, but as per creating the script, a new hero under this class has been launched, which is Bert, an angel. I am a sucker for angel-like characters. So here we go. First up, as I mentioned with the Venpine data, is Mackie, is one of a heck of an assassin hero, as you can see from his stat. As per suggestion, you may want to build this hero um, as your main PvP team or PvE team. You should try to get his weapon as early as possible. By I mean my weapon, which is Artifact. Um, Try to build him up with more MPS or CDR. He's very fragile, so I think a better chance of this is with Ventfine and a healer like Eve if you're mixing and matching. Okay? Next up is Yuri. She is a good combo with her fellow assassin Felina. If you're going to build her, the research that I did and the references that I had is you build her with evasion type of stats and try to get her artifact as well as possible. And she is quite a game changer if you're going to use her as your main for your starting main on the game. Last one is Rin. So I'm just going to keep this one short. For a starter assassin build, Rin has the highest acquire rate that I've researched since I've tried summoning a couple of assassins way, way back, and I always get Rin. So, and based on the research, he is quite the, um, I say this, easy one to get as an assassin. If you're planning to build this assassin, um, he's one of the easiest one to build since it doesn't take a lot for your starting assassin. Okay, so there you go. That is my regular tier list for characters that you can retrieve easily, but uh, from the shop as well. But these are not the special characters that is going to be featured on a separate video since honestly, for this episode, well, you can see the research, the Photoshop level for this video will take a while, and as much as possible, I would like to be 100% in reference to give you every detail, every research thing that I can per hero that is, and all the tier leveling and classes as much as possible. So it really takes a while for me to get this type of video going. So there you go. Um, the special video will be coming soon. I just need to edit it out kind of bit. I want to make it very special because it's a special type of tier. So, okay, there you go. Hope you guys liked and enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that notification bell for more videos soon. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.